Season's greetings and happy holidays. My name is Ben and welcome back to the bench for build day number 3 here on the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas. We are back at it today, guys. Let's go ahead and grab the box and find out what we're going to be building. Last couple of episodes have been super fun. We're moving on here to build day number 3. Let's go ahead and punch on through here, fish around, find that label. Got it right here, taped up to the wall. Let's go ahead and pull that off. And let's go ahead and check it out. Like I said, last couple of kits have been super fun. So let's hope that today is going to be just as much fun. Go ahead and pull off the tape and let's go ahead and see. Oh, all right. So we're going to be building the 1/72nd scale MiG-15. Okay. Now we're talking. Now, this is one of the nicer kits here in the 12 sprues, so I'm excited to build this. I've been thinking we're going to make this a display shelf model, not an ornament. Let's go ahead and jump in there. We're going to focus on the cockpit first. We're going to clean up the parts, get everything primed, painted, detailed as much as we can. It's 1/72nd scale, so it's very, very tiny. I'm not really going to worry too much about that. Get those decals on there for the gauges, start putting the seat together, just get the cockpit as close to done as possible. So let's go ahead and jump in there, guys. Let's get this party started. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so far so good. Everything is put together. The cockpit turned out to be a really fun, very detailed, for its size at least, sub-assembly. So I'm pretty happy about that. I did a little bit of work on the fuselage itself, cleaned up a couple of areas, and so far the fit looks decent. We're going to go ahead and now glue everything into the fuselage. We also have to put in the rudder because this has to be put in place between both halves of the tail. So let's go ahead and drop that in, drop a little bit of glue, make sure it's not going to go anywhere. I'm kind of curious if you could make this movable, like if you could actually pivot it just by not gluing it. But this isn't that type of build series, so we're just going to keep on keeping on. We also put in the engine cone as well, so that is done. And lastly, we're going to put in the cockpit, which is actually very well engineered. We have the intake trunking built into the cockpit, so yeah, it's actually pretty nice, I have to say. But one thing we have to go ahead and do though is we need to add some nose weight because this is going to be very tail heavy. So we're going to try to add in some copper BBs right in front of the cockpit and some where the guns would be. We don't have any sort of inserts for the guns or the weapons, so we're just going to go ahead and put in as many BBs as we can, and then hopefully that'll be enough. If not, we'll have to be creative and figure out something a little bit down the way. So let's jump into our second time lapse and work on the assembly here for the fuselage. Get the wings on, the tail on, get all the little parts and pieces that we need to glued on. Then we're going to prime everything with Mr. Surfacer, and then we'll come back in, we'll start doing the metal color. We're going to go with all clad black basing. We're going to go ahead and accentuate certain panels with duraluminum, and then we'll come in with some high-speed silver for the overall general silver color. And then, of course, we'll be back in there, do a little bit of touch-up with some panels of jet exhaust, and yeah, I think we'll be good to go. So back in there, guys, let's keep pushing on, see what else we can come up with.
All right, everybody, so we are back, and so far so good. We have everything painted, and I tried to do something a little bit clever there with some duraluminum for pre-shade and then the overall high-speed silver for the top color. You can kind of see some differences in other panels and whatnot, but I didn't want to go too heavy with it. But this is fine for right now. We're going to move on, and we're going to start doing some of the detail painting for the overall scheme that we've chosen. And we're going to be working on the Czechoslovakian markings because I really like that blue band to go around the fuselage. I think that's kind of striking, so we're going to go ahead and try to replicate that. Plus, I've never built these exact markings before, so it should be pretty fun. Also, after we're done with that, we need to add in the landing gears. We need to check and see if it's a tail dragger or not, and if we need to add in more weight, we have a little space right behind the cockpit to go ahead and do that. And then we have to install all the canopy, the gun sight, any sort of rear decking, and then finally hit the whole thing with gloss coat just to prepare for our decals. Again, this is a really fun model. So far, the part fit has been excellent, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out. So let's get back in there. We still have quite a bit left to do. So let's just push on and get this thing ready for decals.
right, guys, so we are back and we went ahead and overcoated everything with a gloss coat. I absolutely had a blast painting on those blue bands. Had a little bit of some trouble with the weight. Did end up becoming a tail dragger, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. We're going to move on now to decals. And I've been looking over the stencils here, and I really don't like the look of all these stencils in 1/72nd scale. These things are tiny, and I don't think you're really going to be able to see them. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go through and pick out the larger major ones that will be noticeable, and we're going to apply those. And then the rest of them we'll just put on the markings for the aircraft and we'll move on. And Edward was very nice in the fact that they actually had a mistake in their decal printing, and they've actually given us 4 other decals for the other side of the Czechoslovakian marking. So we have those all set up. We are ready to go. We've got our microsol and a microset, some warm water, and we're just going to get in there, guys. We're going to get everything decaled and then get a final semi-gloss coat on there and see how it looks. We should be good to go, guys. So back in there one more time lapse and we'll call this one finished. All right, everybody, we are back, and after some time here on the bench, we have finished off build day number 3, and I am so happy with how this has turned out. I had a little bit of issue, though, with the nose. It didn't want to sit up on all 3 gears, but I fixed that problem, and here it is, the finished product, 1/72nd scale Edward MiG-15 BIS in Czechoslovakian markings. It was a great model. Part fit was excellent. I didn't have any issue really with fit. I went ahead and overcoated everything with high-speed silver, and of course, I added in those blue stripes. Zooming in for you here, you can check out some of the details. I had a heck of a time keeping this thing on all 3 landing gears. The nose kept tipping upward, so I had to add in more weight behind the cockpit. Now, what you guys didn't see is that by putting BBs back there and adding in some extra thin super glue to keep them in place, I ended up running the super glue down out through the nose because that intake trunking is open, and that super glue absolutely destroyed the front of the nose. I had to do quite a bit of surgery. I had to do some cleanup. I had to repaint the silver and the blue band. It was a bit of a nightmare. I didn't want to waste your time with it because that was my own user error. The kit is still solid, and I still really had a good time working on it. That's the only issue I had, was my own stupidity. Should have used some extra thick gel super glue. That would have been way better. matter. Otherwise though, everything went on beautifully. It does sit on all 3 gears. The areas that they give you for the nose weight are a little bit on the small side for using copper BBs like I typically do. If you had maybe something heavier, I think it would work just fine. For the paint scheme, like I mentioned, I went with the Czechoslovakian markings. We've got the high-speed silver. We've got the blue painted on bands. Those were actually very fun to go ahead and measure out and paint. Overall, it is a fantastic model. Very much recommended if you like Cold War jets. This is a great model. It is a bit on the smaller side, and the cockpit doesn't have a lot of details in it, but that's okay because again, you're not going to see anything in there. It is so tiny. The decals work just fine. If Edward were to release this in a 1/48 scale, I would buy at least 2 of them. But with that being said, guys, this is it. We are done with build day 3. It is a great kit, but until our next episode, you guys know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool, and we'll see you back here on build day number 4 for the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas. Hope you guys are having a great holiday season. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.